It is Memorial Day, and I want to remind you of the big positive and the big negative that we should be thinking about and remembering on this day. Now, the positive is what you already are well aware of. This is the day we set aside to revere, even celebrate all those men and women who gave the ultimate sacrifice in the wars of this country. They gave their lives. They died on the battlefield, fighting for the values of the USA. We never want to forget what they did and what they represent. You know, I love Hollywood movies because they do a good job to help us remember this. I actually saw one yesterday. It wasn't about American soldiers, but still a good movie. It was called The 12th Man. It's about 12 soldiers from Norway who were on mission to destroy some German targets. They were caught. 11 were killed by the Germans. And the rest of the movie is about this one guy making a trek across Scandinavian mountains on foot in the dead of winter. 0 temperatures, blizzards, plus thousands of German soldiers right on his heels every inch of the way. So it combines two of my favorite movies, war movies, and then, of course, the survivalist movies. I would encourage you to watch it. I think it was done in 2018. It's in English, but it's a good movie. But Hollywood has helped us remember our heroes, our military genius, of our leaders, and then, of course, that ultimate sacrifice. So we want to do that today. Also, though, I want to encourage you to remember the negative about this day. And here it is. You don't have any war. Let me say it another way. Every war in all time is always started with politicians and government. Never forget that. Let's look at World War I and II just for an example. In World War I, you had the prince from Austria who was in a parade in Sarajevo, and he and his wife were shot and killed by a gunman with a .38 caliber pistol. I find it ironic that, all throughout the country here, I don't mean to make light of this, but every day people are killed with pistols in this country. But there's hardly a mention. You know why? And certainly there's no war started because it's not about politicians or government. That's what war is about. Also, World War II. Remember, Hitler was first a politician. He had to win the hearts and the mind of the people before they could vote him in and give him power over their lives and their country. Well, you know the rest of that story. That's why I love limited government. That's why when we vote, we need to remember these facts. And then if you've got somebody you're voting for that's been in there like for 130 years, please vote them out. I believe in term limits, not by law, but just by our vote. Listen, Joe Biden should have been voted out 30 years ago from the Senate. Mitch McConnell, if you guys live in Kentucky, why would you elect him again? Or Nancy Pelosi, in San Francisco. Come on, people, get these people out of there. Because the longer they're there, the more power they get. I really believe that when a politician first gets into office, it's genuinely for the people. He wants to do good for others. But in time, that turns and the power becomes just like a drug. And that's how they enrich themselves and their family and friends, and more power, and off we go. Just don't forget the negative as we remember the sacrifices made. And above all, have a bunch of hot dogs.